All right, guys, well, I'm back today with probably one of the coolest 22 mag revolvers I've ever seen, the Standard Manufacturing switch gun. And when you look at this thing, it looks oddly similar to an NAA revolver, but instead of folding out, it springs out like a switchblade. This thing is absolutely awesome, and I picked it up in a pawn shop find video where me and my cameraman went from pawn shop to find the most interesting firearms, and I saw this one, held it for the first time, and knew I had to grab it. It's a very unique and interesting design, and at its core, it's a single action 22 mag revolver. So what you'll do is to press this lever at the back, and that allows you to fold it up against spring tension. You'll slide this lever down and it springs out ready to be used. You'll cock the hammer each time and the exposed trigger pops out down at the bottom, and it cycles through 5 shots, cocking the hammer each time. To reload the switch gun, you'll pull out this lever and then you'll rock out the cylinder. Once the cylinder is rocked out, you can actually load it up with some 22 mag. You have to individually load these, drop 5 of them in, and then you can load it back into the gun. Now, something like this is, I'd say, sort of practical. I like having them. Would I carry this over something else? Probably not, but it is better than nothing, and 22 mag is better in 22 long rifle in my opinion. Once you've got it all loaded up, you can actually rotate that back in, line everything up, and then slide the pin back in. There's also some safety notches that allows you to put and split the difference between shells. So you'll see that safety notch right there. You'll have to very carefully and point it in a safe direction, cock the hammer back, and rotate it until that safety notch appears. At this point, you will have to pull the trigger and allow that hammer to go inside the safety notch. So you can see it splits the difference between those two shells, allowing it to be in a safe position so it doesn't fire when dropped. Then you can fold it up, and now there's no actual rounds aligned with that small barrel, and it folds up into a nice compact package where you simply switch it open, cock the hammer, and fire. Let's take some shots with it, do some accuracy testing, and blast a wide variety of targets to see the damage a 22 mag out of this switch gun can do. Now let's fire it at some steel. We'll see how we can do looking through the camera lens. But again, you flip it open, cock the hammer, and that groove right there is actually the sights. Got that hit. So those were our 5 shots. It worked out fairly well at this distance. To unload the gun, you'll slide that pin out, slide the hammer back a little bit, and at this point, you'll see all of those spent shell casings. You'll use the pin, and you'll go through and you'll kick them out. So no tactical speed reloads on this. I have been shooting this a lot. I haven't cleaned it since the pawn shop find video. I definitely encourage you to check that video out. It was a fun one. Then you'll reload it, slide it back in, and you're ready for some more action. Now I'm going to take some shots for accuracy at 5 yards at these Optics Planet targets. We'll see how they do. I'm going to be shooting at the top circle. So I kind of half-cocked one of them and had to cycle to the next one, so I didn't shoot all 5. But I was aiming right here, and we were hitting high left. But it was a fairly tight group for something with no actual sights. Very interesting, definitely adequate for personal defense at 5 yards. So you guys could see we blasted some water jugs that went straight through this one and into the table. We also shot a coconut and blasted right through it. So it's caused some serious damage through that coconut. You can see the entrance hole and the exit hole is no joke. And then it even punched through the table afterwards. So that is pretty darn powerful. You can see pieces of coconut everywhere. I might have to crack this open the rest of the way and eat some of it so it doesn't go to waste. But how cool is that switch gun? Absolutely fallen in love with this thing. In summary, guys, this switch gun is absolutely awesome. It functions great down at the range, and it seems reasonably accurate at 5 yards for personal defense. It's not going to win any awards for competition shooting, but I don't expect it to. The trigger is halfway decent for one of those NAA style micro revolvers, and it functions fairly good. The hammer has some nice knurling, makes it easy to cock, and despite the weird appearances, it's actually fairly ergonomic. Even though it's 22 mag and very small, it's actually less recoil than some of the other 22 mag NAA revolvers, and I can rattle off shots a lot faster, and that's probably due to the full-size grip nature of this handgun. It is a polymer grip, and it doesn't have any texturing on it other than the words kind of engraved in on this side, and then it does have a little texturing on the side, giving it a fairly decent hold. With 5 rounds loaded up, and the fact that it folds up into kind of a nondescript package with those safety notches, you can just slide it in your pocket. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Such a cool gun, and definitely check out that Pawn Shop Find video. We're going to be doing more of those in the future, and we're going to do special challenges when we are finding new and used guns. So I'd appreciate all your thoughts in that comment section about the switch gun and some of those Pawn Shop Finds videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.